Pongal o Pongal. Let's make some sweet pongal. I have some moong dal, rice, ghee, jaggery, raisins, cashews, cardamom, dry ginger or sukku, nutmeg, and edible camphor for all our ingredients. So first roast 1 cup of moong dal lightly. Roast it till all the raw smell is gone. The color shouldn't discolor, and absolutely do it on a low flame. And right when the smell and aroma comes in, add the rice and let it just warm up. You turn off the stove and let it just warm up in that heat, and later we're going to rinse it and wash it. Okay, so do it patiently. There is no rush or hurry. Take your time, listen to some nice music, and chat away with your friends if you have your friends. But let's get rinsing. We're going to take the whole bowl and put it under water. Make sure it is very hot, so be careful. Wash it at least thrice and use a ladle to just swirl it around and throw away all the cloudy water. And once it's done, keep it aside. Drain it and keep it aside. In another pot, okay, pour about 8 to 9 cups of water. Okay, let it come to a nice boil, and you add 1 cup of dal, the 1 cup of rice, and let it all double up in volume and cook. Okay, and add the dal and the rice and keep it stirring. You don't want it all sticking to the bottom. And on the side, you start boiling in a different vessel about 2 pounds of jaggery. Melt it with 1 cup of water. I use some kettle jaggery for color, but it's regular, the jaggery is the regular color. And when all the water is absorbed and coming together and the jaggery is melting, and on the other side, turn off the stove. Make sure the dal is not catching in the other stove. This all has to be done simultaneously, so keep an eye on both sides. And that's our four-legged friend who just came by to check on us. And fry the raisins and cashews in 1 cup of ghee and keep it ready. And make sure you don't burn anything. And when everything is ready, we are ready to mix it all together. Okay, we have the dal, we have the rice again with it, and then the jaggery and the fried raisins and everything. So once all this comes together, we will stir in our jaggery into the dal mixture. So make sure you get some help, because it does take a coordination between hands, and you need to be careful by the stove and make sure you get all the help. And then of course you don't want it catching at the bottom, so make sure you're stirring as you pour it in, and it's hot, so be careful. Okay, and we pour it down through a filter, because sometimes the jaggery has sediments at the bottom. Mix well, and it will look watery a bit, but once it cools down, it is going to harden. Okay, solidify a little bit. So let it be watery. Don't worry about it. And add the cardamom powder, the ginger, the nutmeg, the edible camphor, and crush it all and put it, and make sure it is nice and blended in. And also make sure if you need more, add it again. Okay, and once that is done, add the cashews and the raisins along with the ghee, and make sure you mix well, and your pongal is ready. So put a lid on it and let it rest for about 20 minutes so everything gets soaked in. And you will in the meanwhile clean up all your counters and make sure everything is put away, and your pongal is ready to be served. Usually I serve it on a nice banana leaf, but you could do it right on a regular plate. But make sure it just cools down a little bit and serve it nice and warm, along with all your other delicacies that you work so hard to make for this Pongal event, and share it with your friends and families. Enjoy a great Pongal and a great harvest, and blessings to you and your family. Bye.